In this lecture, I am going to start with the SQL injection attack. First, I will introduce what is by SQL injection, how it is important, and what actually the SQL injection means, and what is its impact on the web applications, and revealing the sensitive information from the target computer. The SQL, that is called Structured Query Language, which is also pronounced as SQL. So this SQL injection attacks are also called as SQL injection attacks. So this injection attack is a very old attack. So by this time now around 25 30 years were held from the first web application developer to now. So this SQL injection attack is a very old attack and most commonly performed or most commonly attempted attack by the attackers. And at the same time, this is also somewhat complex and most powerful attack also. Actually, it focuses on injecting malicious code in a web form, field, or website. So that means here you may inject some malicious code in the web applications, that is especially web form or web fields or websites. So this is what the main goal of this SQL injection, especially via the URLs and via the form fields. We will try to inject the data or malicious data into the system. So whenever this particular URL data is injected, then obviously it will be processed by the web application. So running the malicious code to make the system execute a command shell or an arbitrary command related to the databases. It means this SQL injection attack is mainly focusing on exploiting the backend. Where in case of web application attacks, we are going to focus on the front end and some logical information, that is the development information related things. But here it mainly focus on the backend exploitation. So how it will happen actually? SQL server injection or SQL injection are delivered through user input fields. It means here SQL server will respond to the input fields or input data that you are supplying. In general, SQL servers or database servers will respond to the clients based upon the query they fire. The input fields such as username, password, data which is related to the corresponding application. For example, in the case of e-commerce application, the product number or the product name or price, this kind of data used to be passed through the URLs using search operations, searching operations. In many of the applications, you may find a search option. That means you can find what is available in the data in the particular web application and web databases of the particular application. You can search through the web application by using the search engine provided there. It is just like searching for some items in electronic commerce application, etc. So they are going to, that is, attackers are going to focus on these areas to inject some malicious content. Here, this is the content which is injected is not malicious, but the input that will be supplied to these data items, thereby the execution of the SQL query within the logic, that is within the developer's logic, may lead to malicious and will reveal sensitive information. That we'll see afterwards how it will be injected and how the sensitive information will be revealed. So developers usually what is the root cause of the SQL injection? The root cause is development. Because of the poor development and testing, only this SQL injection will be happened. Developers may not aware or considered of the database threats that arises of poor coding. The coding may be very poor. So the SQL injection is typically a result of flaw in the web application or website, and it is not used with the database. Sorry, SQL injection is typically a result of flaw in the database website design or web application design. But SQL injection attack is not the flaw of the database. It is not any issue with the database. Database is fine, but the developer's code, that what the developer has written, may be having some vulnerabilities. So attacker is trying to exploit that vulnerability, and also the attacker will try to insert the data or issue the data so that the innocence of the database will also be exploited. That we'll see afterwards how it will be done. SQL injection is at the source of many of the high-level and well-known attacks on the internet. The goal of the attack is of this type is to submit commands through a web application to a database in order to retrieve or manipulate the data. The usual cause of this type of flaw is improper or absent input validations. So the input validations must be perfect. If that is not there, then this SQL injection attack is very easy to perform, thus allowing code to pass unimpeded to the database without being verified. So the example cases are attack on Sony Corporation website, attack on US Department of Energy, and attack on the Iran's nuclear website by the US government in 2014. So these kind of things are examples where the SQL injection was successfully executed and revealed the information, especially the sensitive information. If you look at US Department of Energy and Environment, so much sensitive information will be available, especially like atomic energy related things. At the same time, US has conducted an attack on the nuclear site of Iran when they are when they are planning to conduct a nuclear test, and finally they stopped doing this particular nuclear test because of this attack, because the sensitive information, the important information of the nuclear deal was revealed out. So this is what the examples, and not only this one, mainly these attacks will be performed on the electronic commerce sites, especially to reveal the information of the credit cards or debit cards or saved cards by the users on the electronic commerce site. So this is the main root cause actually from where this particular thing will happen. Especially, you are supposed to understand that this SQL injection attack is mainly focused on the exploiting the developer's fault. So whenever the developer develops it, the testing must be done very strictly so that this kind of attack can be avoided. Let us see an example of the SQL injection. Consider the following two queries. Select star from items where owner is equal to link and item name is equal to name, semicolon. Delete from items, semicolon, dash dash. Dash dash means here hyphen hyphen. Here hyphen hyphen means it is nullifying the, or it is trying to lower the impact of the attack, impact of the injection. Thereby, it will give some higher priority to the original query, actual query. That is, what was the actual query here? Select star from items where owner is equal to some owner name. So actually, this particular query has to be executed. And one more thing is, all the SQL queries will be executed based on the true or false. If the condition is true, then the query will be executed. If the condition is false, then the query will not be executed and will return some error. So one thing you are supposed to remember is SQL queries will always run via the Boolean values, Boolean result. So select star from items where owner is equal to link. And SQL queries can also be nested. SQL queries may be complex. Complex means it may not be a simple straightforward query. It may consisting of several nested queries, and may be linked with AND operation or OR operation. So AND and OR operations may be used liberally in the SQL queries when you are working with. So select star from items where owner is equal to some owner name, and that means after executing this query, the AND operation, that is, it will remaining other queries are also will be executed, or we can say to execute this query, two conditions need to be checked. Owner is equal to some owner name and item name is equal to some name. Once it is done, it is also possible that many of the databases like MS SQL Server and other databases will allow you to inject or will allow you to execute multiple queries separated by semicolon. Whenever multiple queries are allowed to execute by separating with semicolon, the first structure of the query will also be allowed if it is a MS SQL Server, where it is allowing the query execution or multiple queries execution via separating with semicolon. That means select star from items where owner is equal to link and item name is equal to name is a query. Okay, this query is over now. Now semicolon, that means you are going to start with a new query. Delete from items. So that means you want to delete everything from the items. Okay, semicolon. Then here hyphen hyphen. That means it is nullifying the next query's impact, and the particular processing query processing unit or the database will assume that the first one is the main query. Okay, and this was added as a comment or added as a escape sequence. So then, even though it will assume it as escape sequence, but this particular thing should be processed by the compiler of the or processed by the database itself, and also the results will be displayed. And in the second query, if you look at select star from items where owner is equal to name, some owner name, and item name is equal to item name. Okay, delete from items. This is second query, semicolon. Third query, you look at select star from items where A is equal to A. So this is called tautology based SQL injection. That means always it will be true. A is equal to A. So always it is true. Whenever it is true, automatically this query will be executed. Select star from items. So that means delete from items, okay, comma, semicolon, select star from items. So first it will check out the it will check for the it will check for the owner details and the item name. Then it will delete the items. Then select star from items where A is equal to A. That means now the attacker will not see any result. Whenever the attacker won't see any result, that means he can confirm that the main operation that he wants to perform, which is delete from items, was successful. Okay. The reason is many databases will allow the users to give the input or users to give the SQL queries separated by semicolon. With this facility was exploited by the attackers. In general, will you directly give this query in the SQL injection? No, you won't give this particular query in SQL injection. But actually, this particular query will be written in the business logic. That means your JSP code or ASP code or it may be any other logic that you write, there you will use this particular query. But actual query will not be injected into the URL or in the web form or somewhere. But actually, this particular query will be executed at the developer's code. Okay, developer may write the code like this. So, but here, what are the parameters are there that are need to be obtained from the form? That means here, owner name may be obtained from the web application form, and item name may be obtained from the web application form. So these are the two things that may be obtained from the web application form. Now, whenever these two fields were taken from the web application, now here the attacker, what he will inject means he will normally enter the owner name and item name in the form field, and along with the item name he will inject like this: semicolon, delete from items, semicolon, select star from items where A is equal to A, semicolon, hyphen hyphen, like that they will mention. That means in the text field, In the text field in the form where item name need to be written, you may write an item name followed by this particular query or this particular query to be written along with this one. So whenever you write this query, automatically via post or get request, this data will be taken by the developer's logic. That is the logic that you have written. Whenever this particular data is taken, automatically it will feel that that particular string or that particular input value parameter will feel that this entire string or this entire characters are belonging to the item name. So here there is no validation of the input. If you have not mentioned any validation, obviously this entire string will be considered as the item name only. And this item name, entire thing will be considered as item name and will be attached to this item name is equal to this particular thing. But actually, whenever it is processed by the database, it never considers that this as the separate, this is a query name, this is the item name. Since the semicolon is there, the database will assume that the next coming statement is another query. So since here semicolon is there, the database will assume that next coming statement is the another query. So like that, what it will do is the first query will be executed, then second query will be executed, and third query will be executed. So this is what the way how the database SQL injection will be carried out by the attackers. This is the way how attacker will smartly inject the queries into the URLs or data items that he wants. But if you look at whenever you provide the validation of the item name at the web application, then automatically this entire long string will be verified. So this particular validation will be done at the web application level itself. Otherwise, what will happen? This will also be considered as the item name. So, and one more thing is, if you might have mentioned the item name field length, then if the field length is fixed to 10, then obviously only 10 characters are allowed. See here look at there are so many characters, more than 30-40 characters are here. So whenever you fix the field name, that is item name field, text field, the number of characters to be entered as 10 or 20, then obviously the maybe for second query may be taken, but the third query may be taken half. So whenever the third query was taken half, obviously the database will give you an error message because the query was resulted in half. That means the query is not complete. So it may give you an error message. So that is the reason you are supposed to place the perfect validations at the web application level so that you can avoid this kind of SQL injections. So what are the consequences of the SQL injection? The first consequence is identity spoofing. That is, one can steal the identity of the users. It is the result of manipulating the databases to insert bogus or misleading information such as email addresses and contact information. Data manipulation. Example is alteration of prices in e-commerce applications. In this attack, the intruder once again alters the data but does so with the intention of changing the price information in order to purchase the product or services at the reduced prices. So these kind of things will be done by the attacker, especially for the data in the case of data manipulation. And some other data manipulations like alteration of data and outright replacement of data in existing databases with information created by the attacker. So whenever any user requests for the information, obviously the attacker, whatever the information injected by the attacker, that will be shown onto the screen. Next one is trying for the escalation of privileges to increase the level of access an attacker has to the system up to and including full administrative privileges or full administrative accesses to the operating system. This we'll observe in the case study, that is in the tutorial 12 and 13 case study, that is vulnerable OS v2 penetration testing, how to escalate the privileges. and how to gain the access to the database user, and how to crack the password of the database user. Okay, and how to identify what is the database used by them. Okay, these are the things we are going to see in the particular case study. Next is the denial of service performed by flooding the server with a request designed to overwhelm the system. Data extraction and disclosure of all data on the system through the manipulation of the database, destruction or corruption of data through rewriting, altering, or means of eliminating the alternating means of eliminating or altering the transactions that have been or will be committed. So these are the things are the consequence of the SQL injection. Sometimes the severe SQL injection attacks may also lead to the sensitive information, especially the privacy information of the users. Okay, if it was revealed out, then uh, in general, loss of information may be done, loss of information or loss of financial information, loss of financial profits maybe happen to the companies or electronic commerce sites. But sometimes this kind of leakage of sensitive information may also lead to sometimes in maybe directly or indirectly may lead to the loss of life also. For example, 3 to 4 years back, a situation arose. A group of hackers have hacked a dating website. So in the dating website, so much sensitive information of the users, okay, their details, addresses, everything was leaked out. So obviously, in that dating site, maybe illicit relations may be there, maybe straightforward relations are there. Okay, the one who are in the good position and are doing these particular activities, okay, and who have enrolled in this dating site have gone for suicide. Around more than 150 to 200 members were gone for suicide after leakage of this particular information. So this is what the problem of this information leakage, especially. So SQL injection attack is one kind of attack where they mainly target the privacy, that is breaking the privacy of the people by exploiting the databases of the renowned sites, and especially like this kind of relational sites. So sometimes they may target the matrimonial sites, they may target the dating sites, they may target some what you call government sites where the sensitive information like atomic energy and some other defense related information is available. So these kind of things they used to target and try to leak the information from the databases of the corresponding web applications. So what are the things that you are supposed to know for the SQL injection attacks? So SQL injection attacks are not straightforward, as by this time you are aware of this. So for this, web application and database vulnerabilities need to be identified first. For that, you need to understand the web application functioning. So for this, you should be aware of what is the flow of the web application that they have developed. Flow in the sense how the request is taking, how the technologies in that particular web application is taking care of the particular request. Is there any kind of validation available? Is there any kind of error messages reported? So this kind of how this particular application is actually functioning, that need to be understand first. Next one is understanding the web application technologies, because across the world so many websites are available, so many web applications are there. So whenever these many web applications are there, obviously all these web applications are not developed with the same technology. So there are some technologies like PHP, .NET, and the Ruby or ASP, or maybe any other front end and back end technologies may be used for this. So first, thoroughly you should know what type of technology that web application uses. Whenever the technology is known, you should know the functioning of that web application. Then you should understand what is the database or server is used. So for this, in our case study, vulnerable OS V2 case study, we have used SQL map SQL map is used and we have exploited or we try to find what is the vulnerable parameter that can be used so that a SQL injection can be performed. So for that, that SQL map is the command. SQL map is a tool which has used all payloads that it is having. All payloads means the payloads related to all databases. That means the databases like MySQL Server or MS SQL or PostgreSQL, IBM DB2. So all payloads were used. Finally, we have seen in the case study that the vulnerable OS v2 web application is using the MySQL server as the MySQL as the database. So that we have seen. Whenever MySQL has been used as a database, then we have changed the payloads to MySQL and we started the performing of the attack. Then it was revealed that okay, a parameter is there which is called add underscore value that is going to affect this particular URLs. So we have taken the add underscore value parameter and we try to supply some invalid inputs and malicious inputs so that we'll try to figure out what are the tables used in the database, what are the usernames and passwords. I hope you might have gone through that particular case study, and if not, you go through that case study. So this is the way how we identified that. Next, not only this, there are some tools like SQL Ping 3.0, SQL Recon, are the various are the powerful tools that are used for identifying the vulnerabilities in the databases. So for this, you may go to this http://www.vulnerabilityassessment.co.uk site for knowing about what is by SQL Ping, how it will be done, and SQL Recon, how it will be done. So this is what the introduction to this SQL injection. Now, next we'll move on to the types of or taxonomy of the SQL injection attacks.